Μπορώ να βάλω για να στέκει το υποστήριξη. Ω, Παναγιά μου. Δύο. Δύο. Πάμε. Ένα, δύο, τρία. 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 Για να δούμε τώρα τι παίζει. Good enough.
Suffer the wrath of the Thorinir! The unworthy will be frail. The storm will purge Skovald from this land. will be fresh. The storm will purge Skovald from this land.
Hey, hey. Yes, Cry Thunder did. Hey, Sarah.
It seems that a messenger awaits. May the gale winds carry you, friend.
2 trials faced, and 1 remains. You must seek the judgment of the ancient kings. But they are dead, and you are not.
How's it going? How's your day been so far? I do hope the quality is fine on everything. I played around with some settings a few days ago, so I have no clue if everything is alright. Also, there's quite a bit of delay, which I have also no clue how to fix. So, yeah, there's that too. I'll get it figured out at some point, I guess.
In House Vault, the bone speakers keep the dead. They will not help.
Yeah. Testing reporting. Yep. Hi, Silen. Who's that? Is that how you pronounce that? Silen? I have no clue. Just Dimitri. Silen. Okay. Yep. Sure. Makes sense.
Listen well.
Yeah. I got it now. No worries. Haven't done that much testing so far, but it's not bad for alpha. I'm gonna say that for like the little testing I've done so far. There was a bug on, it was a very well-known bug on the Demon Hunter starting area, but yeah, that got fixed. So everything else was pretty decent so far. Yeah, I mean, you can see the changelog as well, which is like pretty encouraging, right? So you can kind of track how the progress is going. Also, there's like a nice status bar on Discord for progress, which I don't know how accurate it is, but that's fine. At least like there's communication, which is always important, right? Okay. Yeah, communication is like, it's always important, right? Because like it's a private server project, so like, you know, even Blizzard doesn't get it right most of the time. Like they didn't get it right at all throughout the Salons. They kind of fucked up. They always like, you know, they fuck up at the start and then they get better at it. And every expansion they seem to like, you know, forget. But it's always nice, you know, seeing a private server project communicating, and that does give a certain amount of hope, to be honest. Also, the fact that there's not gonna be a, you know, pay to win cash up, that's also like really encouraging, right? For me at least. Now that I'm like kind of like not, you know, playing all day. But in general, like you want people to like, you know, play the game, play your server. Because the more they become invested into it, like, you know, the higher the chances that they're gonna donate for something else, for something convenient, like a faction change or whatever. If, you know. Although, like, that said, I don't think that, you know, having some stuff in the cash shop is like a huge turnoff, at least for me. Like, you have to keep the project going, like, somehow. Like, as long as the other stuff is working and, you know, you can do the content properly, or like as close to properly as humanly possible, then it's like fine with me to a certain degree. Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. That's like a really good point. Like, okay, obviously no problemo with like transmog and that stuff. That should be like, you know, like, of course. But yeah. Also like, you know, titles, mounts, and stuff that's like, you know, PvP content or like high-end PvE content. Because I'm assuming there's gonna be like a handful of players that are gonna be doing those. Because that's like always the thing, right? Like you're gonna gather like a few thousand players, like hopefully more than a few thousand, you know, a couple of thousand, let's say. Like at the elite level content, let's say it's always like a handful of people compared to the player base. That's like this exactly the same for retail, but there's a lot more players. So, but yeah, stuff's pretty good so far. Oh, one thing that I did notice actually when I made like a report on Felras, for some reason the bug tracker tool doesn't keep the formatting, so like it kind of gets smooshed together into like, you know, no spaces, no anything, and it's like probably really annoying to read. Like if I was a QA member or like a dev trying to read that would be like pretty it'd be pretty infuriating. Like, not like it's not that bad, but like, you know, I don't know why it does it. Yeah, I mean, you do have to like kind of cater to both player bases always, because like if you think about it, the top end is like kind of promoting, you know, play and stuff. Like that's where like, you know, streams, not talking about private servers right now, but like you think about the retail, where does World of Warcraft get the exposure? It's like, you know, uh, the race to world first, right, and PvP events and whatnot. Like most of the people who don't even do that, you know, they still watch it, and that's the most popular by far. Like that's what's been proven right so far. Yep. Makes sense. I was pretty sure that somebody like noticed that. Like, there's no way, because you can like make formatting pretty good, and then it gets smooshed together, which is not ideal. Let's say. I mean, this is like a super like new project, right? Like, as in, you know, doing stuff like the Discord. Like the first announcement was like what, a week ago? Yeah, probably like 8 days ago or something. It was on the 20th or whatever. So it's still pretty damn early to do stuff. So that kind of stuff is to be expected. Like some things are just not gonna go according to plan. You know, the first time you do them. So like the web development stuff. So I have like, you know, I've played on Firestorm for like a couple of years. So I'm, since the project is like a collaboration between Freaks and Firestorm, I'm pretty sure some of the devs that are working on this I've collaborated, let's say, before. I like, or at least like, you know, we've talked before about stuff. And yeah, hopefully with a few other excellent developers from the work since mid 2021. Yeah. I know. So like, this is indeed a release, but like, there's probably a good reason you're like retesting all of the zones and classes and stuff, right? Like, there's still a reason that this is alpha testing right now, and you're not like releasing. Obviously, there has to be some kind of like, you know, advertisement and hype for that. So okay, you might need some time for that, but like you could have, you didn't have to like open up alpha testing for that if you wanted to do it like that. Yeah, yeah. And so I'm hoping, right? I did play Freaks for a little bit too, but then, you know, stuff happened. But yeah, I played a lot of Firestorm. Like back in quarantine, that was like my thing, you know. Like I just kind of did that for, you know, my main gaming thing back then. Back when COVID first hit, and like, what was it? March 2020, I think. And then like throughout the next 6 to 8 months, right? Yeah. Um. Yeah. The one thing that like I saw and that like was, you know, hopeful, like that gives like me hope and stuff, is the Maze Blink. It was a clip from, I don't remember which developer, but you know, the staircase that, you know, Blink is working properly, and it's like not moving you, like it like, you know, before it was just not moving you, and then it's like when you were like going downstairs or upstairs, like in any sort of like incline or decline for that matter. So one thing that you might notice from me is that I'm not like that big of a quest guy, and the reason for me streaming is basically that like I can rewatch this like easily without like having to, or like when you make a report, you can just link to a timestamp because the YouTube instantly saves the recording. Like after a day, it goes on the videos, and I don't know how long it saves that for. Probably for a bit at least. So I am like pretty bad at questing. I always skip that shit like really fast. Like that's like more, you know, Scatter's domain. You probably know him. He's like on your QA team. He was always really good on that. Like he figured out a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Although there are some things to be worked on, like as a demon hunter, like you know, you just press Felleras and you can notice some stuff that's bugged, but like it's still alpha, so like it's you know, it's still really early, and the reports are gonna come in like soon as like I just need to write them up properly. That's the same guy. Yeah, yeah. So that's like gonna be really helpful, and also that's gonna help because I'm probably gonna do this like twice the leveling. I've been like a little bit busy the last few days with some uni work, and then like you know life. So I click this twice and it's spawned twice. That's interesting. Yeah, so if you can save the streams forever, then it will be really easy for like you know any report to be made. Like you're pretty much gonna be instantly you know just timestamp easy, bam. Yeah, okay. So here's the thing, right? I don't mind as long as so we're starting at level 98, right? So that's basically like instantly Legion content. So times 1 is like not bad, like even for because you need the reputations anyway to unlock world quests at level cap. So times 1 is just not that bad actually, and questing has been like always improving since you know fucking Wrath, right? Since they introduced the markers in the map. Where times 1 is like actually horrible is if you have to do like pre Legion content. If you have to like get 110 levels, 100 levels with times 1, that's then it becomes kind of miserable, you know. Some people like that, by the way. I'm not one of them. How does it work? Weekend restless ancestor. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Solid. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's like, you know, I didn't play a lot because I told you, but like times 1.5 is perfectly like it's really good because you can just get friendly with the which like faction and then you just go to the next zone and if you do it like correctly, you're gonna be like 110 by the time you hit friendly with like almost every faction, which is like perfect because you unlock world quests and you can do like endgame content and you don't have to do quests for a long time. And obviously, like, you know, maybe you don't want to do side quests, you just want to do main story, which is also perfectly fine. So yeah, times 1.5 is really good. And if at some point, like, you wanted to get the, you know, the previous levels, تعلم ديمتري كلام أثمر. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. But you know, they don't have to like do them immediately, right? Because I don't know how I don't remember. Yeah, actually, that's true. But like, I don't remember how the artifact research is gonna start at the beginning, right? Because that system changed throughout Legion. Because I remember there were like a fair amount of complaints back then because some people just like rushed to 110 and they got ahead on artifact research, which like kind of fucked everybody else because they were always behind and could basically never catch up. Which I don't know how that's gonna work on 7.3, right? If it's gonna be like global or you can just research immediately up to like 25 research level, which is you know gonna be really fast, right? Yeah, it would be like a pretty decent, like, you know, kind of announcing what's gonna happen, because I really don't remember how it was supposed to work, like how, like it, like the exact changes between paths. Because at some point it became global, right? Like you didn't have to wake up exactly at, like, you know, when the timer hits 0 seconds to just put on the next one so you don't lose time, right? At some point they changed that, but I have like no recollection of how and when that was. That's like probably like you know, you've got to do some digging. Yep. Most importantly though, like getting the classes to be at like a fairly decent shape is probably, for me at least, the most important thing. Because, you know, if your class is broken, then no, if your class is working great, then you're, you know, just inclined to play more because you'll have more fun. Okay, yep. I would assume that, I don't know if it's possible or, you know, how it's gonna work, but like a globally released like artifact knowledge is probably gonna be better for the run, because if people, like, you know, they sprint to level cap and they get ahead on artifact research, then that's gonna be like fucked up. Yeah. I remember that. I remember the catch up. Though since the server is progressing, that's like another question, right? How that's gonna be done, but that's like, you know, that's not for me to decide, and also like, you know, not that important right now, because like people are still testing quests and zones and classes. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I don't have music playing, which is really bad. There we go. Now there's music. Dude, I forgot the music. That's like, oh my fucking god. I was like, okay, anyway. Yeah. Dungeons, also important because Mythic Plus is like, you know, one of the good forms, at least for me, for repetitive content. Yeah. Absolutely. 100% with you on that one, right? Like, you know, you just like let balance be, you know, its own thing. You just balance up to 7.3 with all the changes, right? And then you just work on everything being the same, besides like the lettering on the patch notes and the class balance. Which, okay, it will shake up the meta a little bit because some stuff got nerfed. Most notably, out of the top of my head, I think this was 5 seconds at some point, or 4 maybe. But not important. Yes, that's the thing, you know. But like Legion had like a lot of dungeons. Like, you know, look at this little beauty, right? Where is it? This one with the crabs. Those pools were like, you don't have any dungeons like those anymore. Like this dungeon and more, like a 20 whatever 60 26-minute dungeon. But like Mythic Plus is just all about the people you play with. Like that's basically the end, the start and the end of it, the alpha and the omega, right? Like if you don't like the people you're playing with, then good luck playing M+. You're just gonna do one. But it's M+, like, you know, having a ladder and all stuff, that's pretty important for like the people who wanna go a little bit harder, you know? The better guilds, if you wanna say, like some people from those. Like, I think on Firestorm right now it's Neighborhood, if some of their players wanna play here, and from Freaks, I don't know, I don't remember. I remember Warforged classified back in the day. I don't know if there's any new ones, or if, you know, basically those guilds just get all the people all the time. But yeah, M+ is like super important. M+ classes, and then like, you know, that's for the repetitive content. And then the raid you can take your time with, because, okay, let's be real, like who's gonna like raid, you know, the last bosses of Mythic? Like not a lot of people. Yeah, so I played retail for about a month and I did most of my stuff pagging. It was an interesting experience. let's say. Doesn't remember to be the best though. Indecisive, yeah, I don't, you know. I don't like, I have, I mostly played on Firestorm, so I don't have like big recollection of freak skills, right? I wasn't particularly good, but you know, myself back then, so. Not that I'm claiming to be like really good now, but you know, I was even worse back then. So, yeah. But I think that, you know, outside from people from those servers, which, you know, some players are definitely gonna play Legion because Legion was like probably the best of the three, right? Like it's better than BFA and it's probably better than Shadowlands, at least for the first few patches, right? So, and there's I think like there's a huge market gap for Legion right now. Like Frix was the server, the go-to server for Legion for a long time, and then when you guys transitioned to BFA, then you know that. Yeah, I as I said, like no offense to like I'm just you know speaking like at the top from the top of my head. I have like no recollection, like accurate recollection, let's say, of guilds and stuff. But yeah, I do see like some of those players playing. If not like you know, maybe if like a guild got bored of Shadowlands, they're like let's play Legion again. You know, they just go as a guild, like 20 or 15 people, you know, and they find like another 5, and you know you've got a roster in your hands, right? And also people that want to play. And also like a lot of people from outside sources, if you know there's like enough marketing so that it can reach a lot of people. But people are hungry for Legion. I myself was really hungry for Legion for like a really long time because Shadowlands just it left a sour taste on my mouth. I didn't like really enjoy it. But I got interrupted by my brother coming into the room, so I muted there for a sec. Legion is, you know, I think it's like personally after Wrath, like you know, since Classic came out, it's like pretty requested. Like I know a lot of people personally that wanted to play Legion. I mean, okay, so here's the thing, right? This is gonna sound like this is only from my perspective, right? So I'm gonna be like straight like forward with you. I don't give like a crap if some quests are a little bit buggy or not. The only things I like really care about is the class experience, and whenever you know dungeons and raid come out, I want those to be not like in a perfect condition because you know that's probably unrealistic, right? Like there's a lot of stuff involved with that, but like in a good and playable state, and then that's like absolutely great, you know. The questing is like the way I like to think about it is that the questing you're only gonna do it like a handful of time at least, right? How many hours are you gonna you know play? Because this is AP, right? Like you have to farm daily quests and like stuff to be competitive to do like decent damage. So how many hours are you gonna play? Like 2, 3 maybe? So you know, questing is it's like the first. However, like it's important because like that's the first thing you get out of a private server, right? You're not gonna play with all the talents, or like you know, all the spells or like proper stats, because you know stats in Legion were quite impactful to how classes play, right? For Demon Hunter, if you don't have enough crit, you're not getting enough refunds, so that becomes like a little bit more miserable to play. But yeah, like it's still an alpha. Like there's a lot of stuff to be done. I don't think that the server is rushing anything, which is good, in my opinion. Yeah. I do understand that point. I think I said it myself, right? I understand why it's important. Yeah. Absolutely. You're absolutely right about that. But yeah, this is basically the first thing. You know, you play and you know the quest are not working and like they break your nerves, then it's like you know just not a good image. But afterwards, like you're gonna do the quests on times 1.5, like you can probably level up in like if you like know what you're doing. Like I'm assuming it's gonna be like a 5-hour affair maybe. If you like just focus on playing properly and you have done like prior research, which is probably like you know I don't know if to be honest, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Legion is the first expansion where they removed the level first achievements, right? They the realm first, right? Realm first 110 or whatnot. I think. Not certain on that one. I'd have to Google it. Oh, I have to kill this guy. BFAs. Okay, so there's still like incentive to like go really fast here. Okay, I like that. That's definitely a good incentive for like an all-nighter when the server launches, if you ask me. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Right. Professions. Yeah, that's okay. Yep. Makes sense. So okay, do inform me, Silent. You've been playing Freaks, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think BFA has both Cutting Edge and Hall of Fame, right? Cutting Edge before like the next patch and Hall of Fame top 100 for each faction. So I don't know if I asked this before. I'm just my brain is just not working. Had to do a couple of errands today. So what are the guilds right now? Like on the Shadowlands realm for Freaks? Who's the boss right now? Let's say. Yeah. That's fair. Fair point. Also, like on retail, like nobody cares about realm first, right? Because like you know you're playing what on Kazakh, and you know its first guild is like Patsarkesh used to be like you know whatever else. You're just never competing with those guys, or you're playing on a dead realm, which is like really bad for auction house regions. So nobody cares about that on retail, right? Because if you're on like Illidan or like what realm is like Ekon, I think it's like Torn and Mill, right? How are you competing with those? Like what are you doing? Fanatics, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Shadowlands, it gets better towards the end, I've heard, but like I am, you know, not. You've been playing retail, okay? Yeah, makes sense. You gonna play Legion here? Are you returning for it, or just you know cruising around, having fun? Okay, yeah. I'm super sorry for like not knowing because I'm like kind of new to this. So I just invited a bunch of friends to join the Discord that play WoW and that were interested in Legion. So that's how I got the alpha key. I basically know no one like from the game master stuff, right? So I'm sorry for like my ignorance. Also, okay. Real talk though, Dragonflight has been doing some stuff correctly. Like so far, I've been fairly excited with the talents, the systems they're introducing now. However, I am very skeptical of their release date. Like that release date seems sketchy as fuck. Don't mind me cursing a little bit. Like there's supposed to be tier sets as well, and they have to tune all of that. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the beta testing for that. That's probably gonna be pretty miserable if they do like press on with all of that. Need cursed bones, right? Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Like, it's been 2 duds in a row, right? BFA was kind of a dud, Salomon was definitely a dud, right? So, like, how can you have faith, right? Like, you have to see first for yourself. Like, others are gonna do it. Whoa. What? Frostful Forks for picking up a treasure chest. Interesting. But yeah, like, I don't have... from my perspective, they're trying to fix that with Dragonfly, like professions. They're trying to make professions and things, like as you know, you're like casual content outside of Raid, Mythic Plus, and PvE, like the big 3. I don't know how that's gonna go. The last time they try and did that was like, I'd like to see Shadowlands that they like, made a bunch of stuff on profession, and it just became really annoying. I'm not familiar with Classic at all. Yeah, I don't know. They have a lot of proof. They have to prove themselves right now, like Blizzard, right? Because they fucked up twice with BFA and Legion, with BFA and Shadowlands. Shadowlands was like a big fuck up, right? Like it was not good. It was just not good. Like the first 2 patches were like you had like some awful systems for like like you. Why would you put stuff like conduit energy in the game? Yeah. I do agree with that. I am not a professions guy at all, by the way. So I actually like hate that. Like absolutely detest professions and stuff like that. Like I wish it was not in the game. I do understand why it kind of has to be in the game. But like, yeah, it's not for me. Oh boy. Yeah. I do feel like it's gonna. So here's the thing, right? They're introducing. They say they want professions to be really impactful, and then they introduce Court of Stars, which has like buffs depending on professions. So that's like that kind of contradicts itself. Yeah. Yeah, so for Legion, my go-to thing was just pick up herbalism, so you can make your own pots and flasks, and you get twice the duration of the flask, and that's pretty much it. You just basically don't fuck with that at all. Like that's like the bare minimum, right? Yeah. I don't know, as I said, Blizzard has a lot to prove. They also increased the price on the expansion, which is really questionable. Why would you raise the price if, you know, your past 2 expansions have been fucking duds? Oh, yeah, right, yeah. I haven't been paying attention. I hope you don't mind if I put the link again of the stream in the Discord. In a little bit, not right now, because I just posted like, 15 minutes ago, 20. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah, before I forget, I do hope that my keyboard is not too loud because it has blue switches, so if it's loud, tell me so I can fix. Also, I don't know how the music is and stuff, because like I also don't have a second monitor, so right now I'm just watching the chat on my phone, right? Which is also like kind of, it's really funny, but yeah. I hope everything is fine audio-wise, and I'm not like blowing your ears off in some way or another. Oh, well, yeah. So, did you? No, you didn't restart yet. Yeah, there's no way. No way, no way. Good, good, good. Good. So, do correct me if I'm wrong, but there doesn't seem to be like a voting thing, right? For the server? Like a vote and get points, or like not points, it's vote for the top list, right? Because it's still alpha, I'm assuming? Or presuming would be the correct verb, I think. Oh, also, Sarah, I think if you're like the same guy on the... I saw, I think it was you on Reddit the other day. Καλησπέρα, Χιλέα. Yeah, that, advertising is super important for like basically anything. Oh, okay, voting is blunt, it's not decision. Yeah, I kind of agree. I do agree with that. Yeah, I do agree with it. Also, it's not easy. Like word of mouth is just like basically everything. Because if I go to tell my friends that play WoW, hey, this server is like pretty fucking banger, like this play, they're gonna play, if they don't have anything else to do. I do agree with it because like top sites have not been, they haven't been very active for like a long time. Yeah, guy, sorry, I'm not like, it's like, I'm referring to like, gender neutral, right? I'm not presuming anything. Guy, gal, whatever. I'm just using guy for the same. It's not my... You can probably tell that this is not my native tongue, so there's bound to be a lot of mistakes when it comes to like grammar or whatever, even pronunciation, right? I do my best though, and yeah, sorry for making any assumptions. If I really didn't intend to do anything like that. Guy person, yeah, you know what I meant. Like, no offense. I hope. Okay, maybe the music is a little bit too loud now. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Like I didn't hear for like Freaks or Firestone, but through a top server, right? It just didn't happen. From a top list or whatever those are called. Yeah, Firestone has a loyalty points thing, right? You just log in, talk to an NPC, and just get some points, and you can get some not very important stuff like that, which is not bad from my point of view. It was a fine system. But I do like, okay, so real talk now, I do believe that since you're not planning on like any transactions for gear or artifact power, you should probably just put like every single transmog in existence in the shop for your own good, right? Like obviously just make the raids like killable so you can, you know, farm whatever. But yeah. I don't know. Like there's not that many like big private servers right now in existence, right? Like okay, there's a few that I'm not gonna name here because everybody knows them. There's a very popular one in yeah. I got a ton of Facebook and Instagram ads for both servers in the past because obviously like I follow a lot of WoW stuff and Firestorm stuff and you know private server stuff in general. But yeah, top lists are just no good anymore. Like they're just not doing anything. Also because they seem insanely sketchy, right? Those sites are like incredibly sketchy to my eyes, at least. I have like no clue how that stuff works on Facebook and Instagram, but yeah, it does get people. Like, it got me, so you know, I'm assuming that people that are, you know, yeah, okay, makes sense. Makes sense. I'm gonna post the link again in the Discord if you don't mind, if that's fine with you. Yep. Open WoW was a decently popular one. Yep. So back in the day, I was playing mostly like fun servers, like you know, haste servers and that sort of thing. I was really young back then. Not that I'm old now, but you know, I was basically a child back then. Not a child anymore, for sure. Also, I do remember when it was acquired by Warmane, or was it Molten back then, right? I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about other private servers. This is like not my point. But like, okay, yeah. It is what it is. Yep. Okay, let me just kill these mobs and then I'll just post the link again. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Like, this is like a bonus for me, right? I would just log in here and quest, because that's like, you know, I kind of want to test. Like, I've got a few things that I want to report already, and I'll do that after I'm done playing. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough, sir. Hmm. Oh yeah, the link. God, where is it? God, I'm so stupid about the whole streaming thing. God damn it. Oh, I probably, yeah, I'll just copy the past link, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so you could in the future potentially, like once more stuff is fleshed out, you could just make a content creation, because I'm pretty sure some people are gonna make content about this, because I'm expecting a lot of people. Um, hmm? That's a chat cover, actually, yeah. Because you don't want your chat showing, right? Like you don't want to show your PMs to other people. That's why it's showing there. I hope it's like, yeah, it's covering up the chat. It's like a general, like, you know, safety measure in general for streams. That's why it's there.
Dude. Okay, yeah, dude, no. Also, just saying, reputations are still like, they're not how they're gonna be on live, right? They're still too high, I think. Wait. Why is that sat frozen? That's not good. Yeah, time's 3. Yeah, that makes sense. It felt like that. Yep, time's on. Yeah, yep. I don't think it was times 3 on Freaks, right? Like, it's never been that high on, like, either Freaks or Firestorm, from my recollection. Which is, like, you know, don't have the greatest memory, but... Okay. So other like, your developers can't touch that? Their reputation rates? Yeah, of course. As it should be, right? Like, you don't want people to rush reputation. Also, like, some pretty important stuff is bound behind reputation, like flying, most importantly. Anything else is just whatever, you know, boxes for mounts from, like, the Paragon boxes. Okay. Yeah, I'm aware that developers and GMs are, like, two completely separate teams. Like, they basically, like, don't interfere with each other, like, basically at all, right? I'm well aware of that. I assume you handle, like, a lot of advertisement and PR stuff as well, right? Yeah, I mean, that's, like, you know, like... Yeah, so... That's what I meant, like, you know, just... Again, not my native tongue, and it's been, like, a fair bit since I've had, like, a decently long conversation in English, so... Again, don't want to get... don't want to offend anyone by saying anything weird. That's why I'm also stuttering sometimes, but it will get better for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. You definitely don't want developers writing that stuff. That I can tell you. Hey, suck. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't think that people are gonna have a hard time understanding me. It's just like you know, when you're talking, you like sometimes you just say things and you mean other, and you get the wrong point across, which is like not ideal when that happens. Let's say, and that's what I'm trying to like not you know not fuck up too much. Let's say. Carry the wow. Oh, peace. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Phasing also very cool, very cool. Good to see, good to see. And now we get to separate paths, right? Okay. Damn, 6 out of 8 chapters done already. That's yep, that's good. I'm trying not to be washed up, man. Oh yes, right, yes, I forgot to yes, dude, okay, yeah, that's like an excellent reminder. Thank you. Dude, I am like, oh my god, I am like absolutely horrendous doing this. I've never done this before, so yeah. Let me just okay. How do I do this? Okay, there we go. And you can get mod 2. And you get one. There we go. Okay. Now you should have the proper tags. Again, I'm just doing this like mostly to just check my connection and just have something to like, you know, fall back on reports. I'm just not like I've never done this before, but I thought it was like a good idea for reports and stuff. Also, you know, it's fun to try a few different stuff now and then. I know Mr. Sok has made some pretty insightful videos on Windwalker Monk back in the day. And those have stopped, so... I have to free this guy, right? So, how do we do this? Yeah, so doing the content is one thing, reporting is like a whole other boring thing that I'm definitely not gonna sim. Like I'm gonna sim for like another 2 hours and then I'm just gonna report for like an hour straight. BFA and Salons, yeah. Reporting is like the most important thing, right? Because like me doing the quests has absolutely like if I don't report anything, it's like, you know, might as well not exist, basically. Dude, I'm telling you, Windwalker with 7.3 balance patching is like, I think it was one of the most broken specs in the game. And for good reason, probably. And yep, there we go. Yeah, the QA life, exactly. The even worse part of making reports, because both of us know it, right? Is like checking logs and having to verify logs. You have to go to retail, and here's the thing, right? I'm not even sure how logs are now in Legion. Like it's been like a hot minute since then. Yeah, alpha is for reporting. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. It's really important to like report on alpha. Otherwise, like you're basically taking up someone else's alpha key if you're not reporting. Now the way you report is like basically up to you and what you want to focus on. That's like personal for everyone. I am very well aware that questing is not my strong suit by any means. However, I do like class testing, which is what I'm primarily gonna focus on once this character hits max level. Yeah, I mean, it's not that much of a deal, right? Like, if you wanna test... Okay, so... The FPS has kind of dropped here. Interesting. Yeah, it's kind of a sad moment if you have to pay for all logs. Also, I hope I'm not gonna die, right? So yeah, for anybody like just entering the chat right now, Sok is my brother. He's my twin brother. We live together. The other lad that spoke in Greek a few minutes ago was a friend from uni, and he helped a lot with testing stuff. Also, why is this twice? Okay, I need to remember that this displays twice. Okay, probably a report for that already. Yeah, because it's alpha, right? People just want to play Legion, but then they realize, okay, yeah, you have to test, and yeah, that's unfortunate. Because alpha is for testing, right? Like, I don't know how you guys did it from the freak side, but like a few, I saw like there was a guild called Pepega. I don't know if they're a raiding guild or what. I saw some mention of that in the chat earlier on Discord. I mean, yeah, there's some of them here. I don't know what kind of stuff they're doing, but yeah, they seem to be up for dungeon testing. Is that? Yeah, that's working. Good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, that's a Legion fucker. Okay. But yeah, that's the thing with alpha testing. Like, it's hard. Testing is like, if you haven't done it before and you kinda don't enjoy it, yeah, it's like. Also, I don't know what kind of. Okay, here's another question. I don't know if you can answer, but that's fine. If you can't, what kind of hardware is this? Is the alpha running on, right? Because I do feel like a few stutters. Okay, not an existing. Yeah, makes sense. Um, yeah. There's a few people that have dinged 110 and have been playing more than me, which is, okay. But yeah, they wanted to do some dungeons earlier, I think, some dungeon testing, since there's been a few pushes for dungeon tuning, right? So that makes sense for people to do that. Okay, I'm getting destroyed. Interesting. Okay, there we go. But yeah, quests. There are a few really good people, from my knowledge, that are really good at questing and doing that sort of stuff. Like they're good at testing. Sketter is one of them. He's in the QA team. I've known him from the QA team on Firestorm. Mob soul farming, yeah, yeah. Some people are better than others in some areas of testing, and soon enough, like once you get M+ out and stuff like properly, some people are gonna be more towards that. Yeah. Anything you test, like as long as you're doing something and you're like reporting stuff, like you don't even have to play like all day. I can't play all day. That's like a thing of the past. Me playing like 8 hours a day. That's not happening anymore. Like it's just I can't do that. But when I play, I wanna like report some stuff. Okay, this is whoa. Okay, that's doing a lot of damage. So wait, did I get? No, I get one. So any idea when the server is gonna be released? Hi, Scatter. When will the server be released? Okay, so I have no clue before I'm answering that. Sarah probably doesn't know either. But I'm probably gonna say before the end of the year. It would be probably like a realistic goal. Scatter on the chat. Hello. How are you doing? Yeah, and I don't think people should like read like too much into something. Like, you know, when is the server gonna release? Like, the server is gonna release when it's gonna release, right? Like, you can't like force this kind of thing. Otherwise, you're just gonna end up with an unfinished product, which is not gonna be a pleasant experience for any of us, right? You don't want an unfinished product ever. Oh, I think I'm dead. Okay. Almost. Yikes. Okay, those spells here, though, the channels are... What's the difference between alpha and beta? So basically, the way I see it, alpha is for testing and beta is for refining. Is it hard to get access to the alpha? So the only way to get access to the alpha is by inviting people to the Discord, but I think that there's not that many keys to get like that anymore. Sarah will know more about that. I am just a player. I just, you know... How much did he heal here? Yeah, that's Legion Demon Hunter healing, right? No, not PS at all. That's Legion stuff. Remember, I do have 100% leads while on meta. Like, that's a thing in Legion, right? Do remember that. Also, do remember that I'm killing demons here, right? But I will test this stuff, like, but you have to hit a dummy for like hours to test all of this stuff properly. No, it's not 50%, it's 30% and another 70% on this, right? Yeah, it's 100%. And you know what's the fun part too, right? You remember this pull on the crabs in I, right? It's the pull between like these bosses, right? These two. Where you just the tank just ends up running all the crabs, and you can play with this Lego. This one. This is absolute insanity, right? The amount of meta you can get caps out, but this is like, if people haven't, like, people who played BFA and Shadowlands don't know what this feels like, right? They have no clue what this feels like. Also, they have no clue what it feels like playing Fellblade with this. It's absolutely insane. It's like giga fun. It's insane. Like, I love it, personally. However, they also haven't played with this garbage talent. Where is it? This one. God, that talent fucking sucks. That's like a not good talent. No bueno. No bueno talent. But you're kind of forced to play it until like the last parts, where you get the tier set for Legion. Elizon Trinket is nerfed because we're playing on the 7.3 client, right? It's not as good as it once was. This one is nerfed. It used to be 5 seconds, and we're gonna get the 3-second version, so it's not gonna be that powerful, in my opinion. Also, you're getting the Fury Warrior that doesn't play with this. Like, this is the nerfed version, so also like, because the patch is, I'm assuming all of that stuff, right? Don't have like certain knowledge of this. But it would be logical to assume that you're getting the fixed version of the Drought of Souls and the Convergence of Fates. So they're not gonna be at their peak, I am assuming, because we're playing on a different client, and those changes, from my experience, are usually client-side. I'm not a developer, so I might be throwing out fucking garbage right now, but that's it. It is what it is. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't think that's like, it's like a big deal, you know. Like, it could be whatever, honestly. Oh, hello. I think like, you know, having some differences is not that big a deal, honestly. I don't deem it terribly important, right? You can still play with other trinkets. There's a fair amount of trinkets that are really good still. And also, the trinket from Elizabeth is still really good, right? Meta will be interesting to find. Yes, exactly. I think it's gonna be interesting, to say the least. Also, I don't have Chaos Nova on my bars. Anyway. It is a huge deal. It is. Okay, it is, but, you know, it's like interesting because you're gonna have to find the meta again, right? If those trinkets are not... Yeah, I agree it's an important decision. But I'm saying it's interesting either way, right? That's what I'm saying here. Like, you can have them back as they were, so you just play the same thing if you want a top-end raid. Or you can have the nerf and then you have to figure out which one's best, which is great as well. Like, I don't mind it. There's a lot of good trinkets, for melee at least. This is a good trinket, where is it? This is a good one. Also from M+, let's see. Wait, where is it? This one's a good one, the Memento of Angerboda. I'm not. I don't know if it's dead. Like it's been like a really long time since I actually know any of the Legion testing, right? I don't know what's gonna do like Gigadam. Also, we're not gonna have raid bots. I hope we're gonna find a working version of Simcraft. Otherwise, we're just kind of like going by feel, which is not good. Definitely not good. Whispers in the dark. I have no clue what that trinket is. If you can remind me, that would be wonderful. Maybe I can figure it out. Wait, where's the trinkets? Which one? A cooldown trinket. Okay. Yeah, I don't play casters. I'm a melee brain, so I have no clue what casters are supposed to do in this expansion. Like if I get to raid, then I'll probably learn at some point. I guess I level upgrade. Okay, this chapter's done, right? Yep, great. Great. God, this mounting, fuck me. Imagine being ranged. Yeah, I don't know, people can play what they like. I'm not gonna gatekeep anything behind it. I like playing melee, other people like playing ranged. It is what it is. Although, shout out to the tanks and the healers, you guys are fucking brilliant. I don't have the nerves to play a fucking healer or a tank. That's healing I have never tried. Tanking I've tried because I played melee, so you know. Sometimes you just got a tank, right? Yeah. Tin. Beta or alpha characters, they're not gonna be saved for the release of the server. And Sarah said there's no official release date as of right now. Sarah said probably before the end of the year for the actual release. So, yeah, also everything is getting wiped out from beta and alpha. Beta and alpha are for testing. Like, you're not coming here to play. There's like 15 people online. It's testing. Like, people, like, it's not what people think. Like, oh yes, invite me, I wanna play Legion. It's not like that, right? There's a ton of work to be done because it's an alpha. Like, that's literally the name. Tanking in Legion, DK, Absolute God, yes, it's good. Yes, and then they fucked it up somehow. Yeah, tanking is fun in Legion. Yeah, you're gonna do like tons of them with the. No, I don't know if it's tons of them, but you're gonna be doing damn with the DK for M+ tanking at least. Raid tanking is a whole different beast. The raid tanking is fun for me because like there's a lot of things you can do, but generally it's a fucking chore for me at least. Again, it doesn't have to be that way for a lot of people, right? Also, I'm pretty sure you could take a bot here, right? Yeah, I'm trolling with this. I'm absolutely trolling. It's just it's a different thing, right? Different thing entirely. Certainly, like a lot. Yeah. So here's the thing, right? I don't agree with that at all, Sarah. Right? I don't agree with that like one bit. I think raid tanking is so much more than that. Because from a DPS standpoint, at least, you can absolutely tell the difference between two tanks that just taunt off each other and two tanks that actually know what the fuck is going on. You can absolutely tell what's going on. The difference is night and day, which is the interesting part for me because I just do the top end stuff, right? I do M+, I raid. That's what I do. I don't PvP or quest or roleplay or farm transmog and shit. I don't do that. Yep, that's correct. Good. I'm getting pinged on Discord and that's making me uncomfortable. Okay, interesting. Uh, Tin, Legion in general, I think, is like a giga good gaming experience for everybody that played it, like on a somewhat decent level. They have fond memories of it, at least the last patches on retail or on anything else. Yeah. But those kinds of bosses, right? You understand, you can see the difference between a bad tank and a good tank, and the good DPS player, you know, they will notice. Like that's what I'm saying, right? There's different like optimizations for each role. Healers also like incredibly like there's stuff you can do with a healer that's like unimaginable, like impact wise, right? Like there has been countless of times where healers have just been doing miracles, right? Like Azara to heal, for example. You just two healed the boss, the end boss of a raid, right? Like just two people doing that. Another good example is Echo doing a 3 healer or 4 healer Ragulon. I'm not sure which one it is, you know. It's impressive. Healers can do impressive stuff, and I have huge respect for them. The good ones, at least. The bad ones, well, heal me more. Also, heal me more, I wanna stand in the fire and do DPS, so there's that too. Yeah, of course. I'm not even mentioning that because it's like I kind of thought of that like as a, you know, guaranteed or whatever. 4, yeah, 4. Although perfectly killable with 5 healers, Liquid did it like, you know, a few hours later. Yeah, I remember that race pretty vividly, I might say. The last 2 races were insane, in my opinion, of course. Talking about the race world first races. They were absolute bangers. The last one was not that much of a banger because Liquid just fucking they were fried. Is Prot Warrior good for tanking? I played it on Wrath and I liked it. I have no clue, mate. Like I am not the person you wanna ask for this. I have no clue in regards of tanking. I know it was really good in BFA for like half the or the entirety of the season, basically. Like season 2 and onwards was the best tank. But I don't know about Legion. I mean, you do what you gotta do, right? To get the healing logs, at least you gotta do something. You're doing something. That's what I'm saying. Padding is cool. I'm fine with padding. As long as it doesn't hinder progress, I'm fine with it. You can do it. Feel free to do it. Okay, let's try something that I wanted to try for a bit now. I'm gonna try and double click this catapult to see if it's gonna trigger twice. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's I'm not sure if this is working correctly. Okay, so what's the quest called? Something. Catapults. Okay, clear the deck. I'm gonna have to check out on that one later. I remember Bear on toss. Yep. Bear was a yeah. Sock brings a good point, right? Bear was a very popular tank after Kil'jaeden, right? It was basically like a what was the term called back then? Oh god, I don't remember. It was something about the HP, right? You remember it too. Like there is a word for it, like a phrase for it. In Greek, at least, I remember saying it because you played back in Legion, right? You called it something that was like really funny. I don't remember what it is, but it was really funny. If I remember, I'll make sure to share it to everybody else. Meat shield, I think, but like in Greek it sounds funnier. But basically a giant meat shield. Like you just brick wall. No, I don't think it was a brick wall. No. Meat shield, I think, is a appropriate English term for it, but it's not funny in English, right? It is really funny in Greek. It used to be. I really don't remember what the fuck it was back then. Yeah, now that you're like mentioning that, like obviously for a private server, it's basically like, you know, you're just gonna get the tank that's the best of their class. Like if you have a tank that's good and he's playing a Demon Hunter, you're gonna have a Demon Hunter tank, and it's not gonna matter for the most part, because I am assuming that's like from the Firestorm experience, from like you're going over geared into the raid. You're never going with like borderline gear as it was on retail, because you need longer spaces to balance stuff out. Now, I'm not saying that it will be the case here, I'm just making an assumption, right? That we're probably gonna be a little bit over geared by the time Mythic raids come out. Because you'll have more time to farm and plus and whatnot, right? And or heroic. Oh, by the way, okay, here's a good question, right? Is there a plan for you guys on how you're gonna release raids? Like, are you doing, let's say, chapter by chapter? Or wing by wing, rather? That's a better term. Or are you just, you know, boom, you get the raid, like 10 bosses, there you go. Do you have any info you can share? Like, if you can't say anything, then don't say. Like, obviously, I'm just asking, you know, for a conversation. And since there might be some people watching from the Discord, and they might wanna know as well. Because I see 7 people here, which is, it used to be 2 last time, so that's an improvement for sure. Yeah, of course. I'm, you know. They do have sub gear, yeah, absolutely. But you will still be over geared if, you know, if you do not stick to like the retail, you know, release, which is really hard to follow in a private server, and I doubt you should do that. Like, I don't think it's a correct decision for a private server, at least, because people are just like, they're gonna go into heroic and they're just gonna die. Yeah, okay, Mythic being released later, I absolutely understand. I'm just more interested in like the fashion of which bosses are gonna be released, right? Not difficulties. Like, are you just gonna get like all of the 10 bosses like in like the first week, let's say, of Mythic being opened? That's what I'm more interested in. That was the, you know, base of my question, let's say. Okay, that's fair enough. It's still really early for stuff like that. I'm just, you know, I'm just having like questions and I'm just shooting, you know. But so far for an alpha, the questing has been supremely smooth, right? Like, this is from a non-like fan of quester, but like I'm not seeing any problems with this at all whatsoever. Like, not major problems. That's the correct phrase. Music kinda blasting. That's from Max's playlist from Liquid. He has a like copyright safe, let's say, playlist. I mean, as I told you, like I haven't played like a whole lot. I'm just going through the areas right now, like the maps, the zones. Yeah, Stormheim seems to be like pretty fucking good, in a pretty like good shape. I'm not a questy again, so yeah. But for me, if I saw this when I was playing live, I would be like, okay, we've got something good on our hands, right? That is me though, and I am like a not very common specimen of a gamer, right? Because I don't care about this stuff at all. Not at all, but like, you know, I don't pay too much attention. There are like, okay, to be honest, I think that Stormheim is like easier to script than the other zones, right? You don't have like a lot of phase shifting that happens in Valsara, or like a lot of weird quests with Pharaondis on what's it called, like Azuna, or like the fuck shit that High Mountain of a zone is. Like that zone is just cancer on Earth without flying. That zone is absolutely disgusting. My distaste for that zone is incredible. Yeah. I mean, okay, so yeah, losing damage. Yeah, I just like, yeah. Yeah. Speedrun. Speedrun is the way to go, in general. I am absolutely getting trucked by the mobs. But that's probably because I'm not paying attention to the gear upgrades I'm getting. Yeah. Haima, okay, Valsara, I do understand Valsara in terms of like lore, right? I don't know why High Mountain is your favorite zone for leveling. Like you're gonna have to explain that one for me, friend. Like that zone is just like, it's so 3D, like there's so many mountains and stuff. Like, man, if you just, you know. Oh, also I wanna try something else. After I go to Dalaran, right? Narthalos Academy, yeah, I agree. I agree, yeah, I'm on with you on this one, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. Azuna and fucking Valsara, not very... They're technically challenging zones, I think. That's what I could call them. I'm personally not a big fan of questing, no. When the, like, okay, here's the thing, right? If you can do it like, if you can, okay, so here's the thing. For me at least, if you can level while the server is fresh, then it's fucking poggers, right? Then it's like really fucking bueno. But leveling aside from that is just not good. Because when you're leveling and the whole server is leveling with you, then it's like giga nice because it's competitive. It's fun. That's like, that gets me going, right? But if you have to level, like, oh my, and everybody else is in the endgame, oh my god. Yeah, climbing on the mountains, exactly. That's my problem with it as well. Exactly my problem. Like, you just have to climb too fucking much, and I don't like that. It reminds me of which zone. It's this zone in MOP, right? Where's MOP? Here. This zone. Fuck this zone. Or no, wait. Is it this zone? Maybe it's that zone for at least some part of it. Talong steps. Yeah, but you have to do every zone, right? Like, okay, so because we're not getting 7.2 right away, you don't have to actually like go through the quest lines, because if you do world quest, you're gonna get the reputation anyway by the time flying comes out. It can be good. Like I don't. Yeah. 98 is a supreme. It is an excellent choice for starting level, in my opinion. It's good. You don't have to do the boring, like, other content that you're not signing up for, anyway. And that's a win for me, at least. Yeah, right. So Shadowlands, you had to do the whole campaign, right? And if you dared make a mistake, and like, you know, you just had to get on level 16, you have to fucking do quests, which is, oh my fucking god. That is just annoying. And if you go on a slightly higher rate, like times 1.5, you would get to Revendreth and you would have basically the whole zone ahead of you. You would have to do a whole zone while you were 60, being miserable. Yeah, so this is where the casual players come into part, right? Like, they want to do the questing. They want to see the questing beforehand. I wouldn't mind starting level 1 if it was like times 7 experience rate. If it was times 3, it would be miserable. I'd still play, but it would be... For me, this is like me, right? We're talking preferences here. I'm not saying this is what the server should do in any shape or form, right? I would just... It would not be for me, because I'm just full endgame, right? Also, I don't have a problem, you know, with all raids not being perfectly scripted and just being killable. That seems like a perfect, like, you know, what's it called? Yeah, that's a yikes, especially if you like doing side quests, or if you want to be efficient about side quests. Okay, why am I stuck in combat? Let's investigate. Also, let me test something else real quick. Let's see. Okay, interesting. Oh yeah, I'm not doing dungeons while leveling. It's probably not the fastest course, but you have to do some forms of questing anyway. Like here, for example, if you do dungeons to level up, you're just trolling, right? Because you won't have world quests by the time you get to 110. Like straight up trolling, wasting your time. No, killable is fine. I think that's what they said here on the server too. Just having them being killable is what they want to do. I don't think you should waste development time on like old stuff. Like, why? Why would you do that? Just script the current raids. As long as everything is killable, of course. That's kind of important. Because people do like their transmogs and their mounts and their titles and whatnot. Right? And I do like that as well. I will do transmog stuff. And some mount stuff. On a times 1, I would say yeah. On a times 1.5, I would say that's probably not ideal. Because you get a lot of XP, yes, but you're gonna have to quest while you're on 10. And that's, again, not exactly ideal. Okay, why am I in combat though? This is interesting. Okay, so this is pretty much... I don't know if I should be skipping the cinematics though. This is like instinct to me. But yeah, okay, so Stormheim's done. And that's pretty good. That was good, I think. Can I fly? Yeah. Question is, why am I in combat? And we're never gonna know, actually. So... Do I just die or what? Okay, so let's die real quick. I don't know, I've been having a few issues with combat bugs throughout questing. I haven't been able to figure out what exactly is going on with the combat bugs. Like, this is the third time I think this has happened. I need to watch the clip again to see what's going on. Like, I'll watch it like after the stream is done. After I'm done streaming and I'm just going to report. Okay, let's bring them close. Yeah, if you're gonna do the challenges, you do the quest, of course. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to Dalaran and let's do some stuff. So I'm gonna have a brief where I'm gonna be talking like straight about like Demon Hunter bugs, because I want to have a a time frame for this, right? Because there are a few things that have been like bothering me and that are like wrong. So don't mind that. It will get a little bit boring, I know. So like first of all, when you Felras, this movement speed right here that you just saw, like the one that you're falling forward, is too slow. It should be faster. You can actually have a macro. I have made a report for this already, but I'm just reiterating this again, just in case. Small break, are professions important in Legion, and which one would you recommend to learn first? So here's the thing. In Legion, professions are important for two things, right? First of all, it's Court of Stars if you're interested in doing M+, because you need professions to access some buffs and skips for that dungeon. And I don't remember which ones you need. You can like Google Court of Star professions and find all of them. But professions are important for that. And then for me, alchemy is super important with herbalism because you need potions and flasks, and you get twice the duration of a flask if you're an alchemist. So I would just recommend straight up just doing alchemy, to be honest with you. You don't need any other professions as far as I'm aware in Legion. Like you just don't need anything else. You don't even need that, but you can save up and farm gold at the same time. Like you just hop on a Netflix show and just farm some herbs for a few hours. Bonus points if you're a druid player. Then it becomes really easy, especially once flying comes out, or you have a sky golem. Both of those are, you know, almost equally good options. The druid is still a little bit better, but yeah. Interesting. So Demon Hunter bugs, yeah. The first one was Felras. The movement speed after the main animation ends is too slow. So I'm gonna iterate again. This movement speed right here, too slow. Way too slow. When the Felras ends. It should be faster. I've made a report again. I don't know how that speed is calculated. It is a little bit higher than glide movement speed. Glide movement speed is it's some percentage higher than your movement, than your like basic movement speed. This on retail after the Felras is like it's approximately like 5% faster than the glide movement speed. So I don't know the formula for it. I haven't managed to figure it out. But it sucks. Like the current form, like you can feel the difference. Like I can feel the difference, like really heavily since I've played both like retail as well. So another thing, when you're gliding and when you open your wings, right, you should only be able to gain like forward and upward momentum the first time, right? So look at this. So this is the first time and this is the second time. You should only be able to do this once. You don't get to jump up again after the second or third time you open your wings. You should just have a basically falling speed. Slow. Like it should just be forward. Like you shouldn't get a bump each time you open your wings. That's another bug that I'm gonna report. The 8th player complaining about Felras. Yeah, I know. So by the way, for anybody listening, Firestorm has this problem fixed. This problem where this, you know, you get bumped up a lot of times. That's fixed for them because I remember being there when it got fixed. I hope it didn't get unfixed for some reason, but it works on there. So borrow the code or something if you're if you're into that or if you're doing that. Yeah. So Felras movement speed kind of important at the end because it feels really shit to do this. This is really slow at the end, like extremely slow, and it's hindering like the basic principle of D8, like huge mobility, right? So that needs to get fixed. I have made a report for that, and for some reason somebody invalidated it, although a QA said that it's confirmed, so mixed feelings about that one. I don't have access to the Trello as well, where most of the stuff is officially being reported to the developers, I'm assuming. It is still fixed, yeah, so that's probably an easy fix, but for me, it's way more important fixing this movement speed right here, this. More important, way more important. Also, this, you just saw it. Sometimes if you Felras, you just don't have any momentum going forward. You just, you know, fall. Like you don't have any force driving you forwards, which is also really bad. Also, there's a slight stutter at the end of its Felras. Like This here, where your character just kind of wobbles into place, you might say this is like not very it is really noticeable to a Demon Hunter player. Also, you know, sometimes it doesn't move, but I am not aware of the hardware that you're running right now. If you're gonna have better hardware on the release, which you will probably have, it's probably gonna be better. Those are all I'm gonna write up all of those reports soon-ish. So yeah, and there's another one I think about Vengeful Retreat. So when you're using Vengeful Retreat, this spell right here, you have a movement speed. Whoa, fuck. Okay, I forgot the macro. It's 250% that movement speed. And when you open, if you have already used your first, like going up with double jump and glide, you shouldn't. You should keep the 250% speed because you're just applying a falling speed slow. Not explaining it very well here. It will be better on the written report. I promise. That is so far what I've seen for D8s. I want to do a little bit of Felrush testing. Fellblade, sorry. Anybody knows if there are dummies? Oh no, it's on the class war. What's this? Okay. Interesting. Let's see. What time is it? Okay. Still pretty early. So this movement speed right here, it's 250, but now it's 178. You shouldn't go back to the slower movement speed if you've already fallen. If you've already like got the forward boost from the wings, like this should not be a thing. If everyone is alchemist, how you make all those? I'm willing to bet money that nobody like. There's zero chance that everybody's gonna be an alchemist. Some people are just gonna buy it because they can't be bothered. Like I'm telling you, for sure. Okay, we have to get this guy right. Oh, why can't I get this guy? Interesting. Let's log out. Okay, this is sus. Oh wait, that's Corvus. I am fucking blind, dude. Holy shit. Okay. I am so blind. Okay. Okay, so you need a mission done, sure, but you also need recruits, right? Recruit all. Okay. Now let's get this here. Nice. And you get the scouting map. That's great. That's good. That's good stuff. This is fine. Okay. Do you get the Collie Scar somewhere here? Let me see. Let me see what's available downstairs. Oh, that's an upgrade. Nice. Wait. So, okay. I mean, you just get this, right? Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. You do want critical chaos like super bad, right? This is super good. Oh, Jesus Christ. Spins. Ah man, the nostalgia is real with this one, right? Super real with this, and this. Like super real nostalgia. Also meta 5 minutes, right? So that's gonna bump it down to 4. And then you could get even lower than that. But you just want Chaos Strike notes here. Damn. Okay. Time time for some Federas testing. Let's do that. Let's see how that goes. I want the single target guys. So they're like here. Raiders. Yep, thank you. This one. Okay. Yeah, so the Fellars thing is like a kind of big deal, right? You just saw it right there, like you're just standing in place. That's like no bueno. So I'll show you what you can't do right now. So you'll press Felras, and then you like have to wait to press Hellblade, and it's like, see, there's a stutter. Like it's very minor, but like if anybody plays D8s, like they can see that stuff, and it's important. Probably more important than it seems, because the mobility is like such a big part of D8s. Yeah, I know, because on Freaks, there was like a problem with Crossus or with Fellblade, right? And you were forced to play some fucking other garbage back then. So yeah, absolutely, right? I need to go on Crossus to test that, but I don't, like, I can't really do that. If I had GM access, maybe, but not right now. Oh, that's done. Nice. Oh, wait. Okay. Nice. Oh, let's see if that works. After we get a mission, though. Let's see. Aston. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Ah, okay. You just need the... fuck. Well, I was a bit hasty in this one. That's okay. 26 minutes. Okay. What else? Let me see. Hiding. Ah, hiding, yeah, okay. I didn't read the message above. Damn, Netherwalk on a 2-minute cooldown. Anybody remembers that? That's so OP. That's so good. Ah, I don't have details enabled. I should enable details. Let me check. Wait. No details? What? No shot, right? Well, fuck. I don't want to restart the game right now. Why don't I have details here? Oh, that's just a bummer, dude. I did download details. I'm a fucking retard. Okay. Unfortunate. We'll do that another time. That's okay. I'm not gonna relog now. Yeah. Are there any other really important professions Legion? I'm still like thinking about that. Background details, yeah, it's kind of sad, but I'll enable it for next time. Like I'll just do some UI adjustments as well. Oh, fuck, equipment, Pog. Anybody has no equipment slots? Okay, you need another quality for this, so okay. That's a toy. Hard R. What's it? What's what? Am I swearing too much? Could be the case. More questions. How's the stream quality? Like, because I'm not streaming 1080p, there's not enough bandwidth in my internet connection to do that. How's the quality? Is it watchable? Especially when I'm jumping around and doing garbage. Hard? What? What are you saying, man? Hey, yeah. Okay, there is a little bit of world latency, and I don't know why that is. It's okay. Okay. Yeah, I was expecting that much. Wait. Wait. Okay. Next zone. Let's see. What zone are we gonna do next? I guess Azuna? Yep. Sure. Sure. No, it's fine. There's just delay. So. Um. Good. Yep. Speak with character, right? Oh yeah. There we go. 27. Oh wait. Whoa. You. Okay, that's like order hold gear, right? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Hmm. Man, oh god, that trinket, dude. Look at this trinket. Holy fuck. Insane. Insane. From others, right? This one. Jeez. Such good patches ahead of us. Legion was a freaking blast. It was great. Every single part of it was great. Especially that we're not getting the worst iteration of the legendary acquisition system. It's gonna be just amazing. Like, if the rate for the legendary acquirement is gonna be the same as 7.3, it's gonna be a blast. Let me tell you. Absolute banger. That's what you want. You want a banger. Okay, let's see. Oh, talents. Fuck. Damn. Too much effort. I need the nin or something. I need to change talents. God damn it. Please tell me this is. That's unfortunate. Well, we're questing like this, I guess. It is what it is. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so it's from dead stuff. Okay, sure. Oh, I didn't get the souls rip. Playing stupid. Okay, this is not good. Yeah, okay, meta. Pog. Yeah, I need my talents back for sure. This is unplayable for leveling. This is really bad. Okay, that's done. Cool. Don't I have a tome or something? I should have, right? Oh, there we go. Nice. That's good. There we go. Nice. Good stuff. Okay, I'm actually kind of impressed that this works. That's nice. That's really good. I think Skettrick, you mentioned that the other day, that you can do the crystals correctly. Like you have to do them in the correct order, not randomly press crystals. That's good. Although this is like, you know, it's what it is. And there we go. Last one. That guy is doing no damage. I think he should be doing more damage than this. Nice. Pleasantly surprised with this one. Very good. Very good. So I got revered, right? Yeah, revered. Okay, interesting. So let's see. Oh. Nice. Yeah, you can double click that. That's not supposed to work like that. That's okay though. Three demon hunters. Yes, right. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, you can double click that. Okay, sure. Need to figure out if somebody has already reported this. Okay, trolling, certified trolling. Just joined the Pepega Guild Discord and stuff, so yeah, did a little bit of that stuff on the background. That's why I wasn't really paying attention here. Need one Demon Hunter freed. Yeah, okay, we do that. Is it Demon Hunter here? Nope. And then we go find Stelagosa. Demon Hunter, hello? Okay. Oh boy. Wait a second. Why can't I? Okay, there we go. Okay, good shot.
Yeah, so far so good. It's been really good. The first handful of quests in Azula. Do like them. I really do like them. Okay. This, for the time being, is it. I'm just gonna end the stream here. I'm just gonna do a few reports for a few bugs. Demon Hunter mostly. Gonna maybe rewatch a little bit of the VODs from the Stormheim testing and figure out what the fuck's going on with the combat bug that's plaguing. Or that's bugging me, it's not plaguing, it's fine. It's kinda bothering me. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. And I'll talk to you tomorrow probably. I'll have another stream. So, yep. Cheers everybody.